How you doing? Look at it. I can't believe it, it's beautiful. How you doing everyone? Welcome back to the Bristol channel here in Somerset. Ding! How you doing? Oh, remember this place? Low water, mate. So today we have a 10-metre tide, which is quite small for the channel. They're just building. It's a Saturday and it's absolutely beautiful. I've not been fishing all week. I've been working a trade show for Tronics Pro because I have a job, believe it or not. Some people think I'm just fishing all the time. If I'm not fishing, I'm talking about it, I'll give you that. Today I've got two things to show you. The last few weeks I've been doing all right. You know, we're getting out fishing, the weather's been quite good, and I'm having a good time. I've missed a couple bites, and it's not down to my rigs, the ones that you can buy on my shop. I don't know, I just think I need to mix it up a little bit. So today, ready? Here we go. This is what you've all been asking for 2 years. I've virtually been filming for 2 whole years, and all you say to me is, when are you going to fish a dongle, Wayne? Are you going to use a dongle, Wayne? Can you show us how to use dongle, Wayne? Use the dongle, Wayne. Dongle, dongle. Today I'm using the dongle, the Shore Hunter dongle, which is now in stock on the Shore Hunter YouTube channel shop. Don't go there yet because it messes with my viewings. If you stop now, wait until the end, go and buy some. I will be using the famous dongle today. There you go. You're blown away, aren't you? I'm also going to be using a different rig. This time of year, I get a little bit confused. A little bit more than normal. All right? I put a lot of effort into my sessions, not because I want to, because I've got OCD, all right? My mind is like this. This, that. So I have to focus on things. As you can see, I'm a little bit loose in the head. And I've been kind of thinking, shall I fish for rays today? Shall I fish for smooth hounds today? Shall I fish for bass? Shall I put a pulley pennel on one with squid? Shall I put a pulley pennel on the other one with crab? So what I've done is made some 2-hook loop rigs. The last few months have been quite shit for me. And now, well, not shit because I've been getting out fishing, but I just didn't feel very well. And now I'm feeling better, the sun's shining. Today I'm just full of it. I literally just am. It is the sun. I know that's it's not a new thing, right? I'm not reinventing the wheel, but yeah, it's beautiful. I don't really care, as you know, if I catch. But if I get a fish today in the sunshine, we get a few bites, yeah, it's lovely. So yeah, today I'm using my Fathom 15's casting specials. We have definitely got a chance of a smooth hound. I've got some beautiful fresh peeler crab from Tom, so we've got a chance of a hound. I've got 25 pound mainline and an 80 pound shock leader. As you know, where I'm fishing, you could probably see out there, it's absolutely ripping, even for a 10-metre tide. If I get latched into a 15 pound smooth hound today in a 10-metre tide with sticks, debris, trees, turds, sanitary towels, it's going to pull like a train. So you need strong kit, all right? This for me is where multipliers come into their own. For me. 90% of people now, I reckon, in the UK are using fixed balls, which is great. Over the last few years, fixed balls have come on leaps and bounds, like everything. They're super light and they're super powerful. And to be honest, most people rate them better than multipliers. But I'm just used to them. But yeah, when the ratchet's set and they go ripping off, which is going to happen, it might not happen this session, but I promise you in the next week or two, we're going to get into a gummy shark, a smooth hound, a shark. What I'm going to do, because I want to get a bait in the water, is I'm going to get the dongle out, I'm going to show you it, Then I'm going to bait it up myself, get it out there, and when I've got a spare rig, once we're fishing, I'll sit back, nice and relaxed, and show you how I bait up and use the dongle. With everything, you know, everyone does it differently. I'm not an expert at anything to do with fishing. I just do things my way, and it seems to work. And if it doesn't, I won't know about it, will I? Because I'll never know. But yeah, here we go. If you buy one, they come just like that, individually. So I've got a 6-ounce gripper to my clip with the little tail. I've got a bead, a pulley bead, a bead. I've got my swivel. Then I've got my hook length to a perfection loop, a 4-0 circle, and then my dongle wongle wingle wangle with my little loop on the bottom. All right, very basic stuff. Right, so as you go, right, this is where I'm going to do it. Lots of people use different tools for the dongle, knitting needles, shepherd's hooks, whatever. I am just using a standard, but a real heavy gauge bait needle. I've got my bait elastic just like normal. I've peeled the peeler crab and I've cut it virtually in half and folded it back on itself. We got that? Like we do every time, yeah? Same as before. It's beautiful. There's lots of ways of doing this, all right? So what I like to do is just, I don't pull my dongle through, the loop through, I just put it on my elastic just spray hook. It's so simple, all right? We all do it differently. I've got knots in mine. All right, what I like to do at the top end is put more loops around of elastic to make it a little bit tougher. So what I like to do is hook my bait onto the hook. Lots of people do it differently. I like to do it like that. Because I'm power casting, I don't know, I just like to have it. So then I get my hook on my perfection loop, which I've put a couple of loops of elastic around. I just pop it through like that. Pull that off. And there you go, all right? That's my dongle set up, ready to go. And I put that loop onto my little clip. That acts as my pulley system and the same as my splashdown. It's the first time I've used a dongle rig for you on my YouTube channel. You've been calling, you've been shouting, you've been knocking the door, and now I've done it. And they are available, as you know. Let's go, look at that. Come on then, let's get our first smooth hound of the year. Let's risk the biscuit, put one out in that tide, and hope for a lovely gummy shark. If not, we've got a chance for a bass and even a thornback ray. But we've got a chance. The sun's shining, it's definitely springtime. Let's try and catch a shark. Yeah? Oh, I love smooth hounds. The tide is coming from right to left, so as you know, I'm going to cast up a little bit right. I'm not going to stick it too far, because the further I put it, the more chance I've got of getting some debris. I'm just going to plop it out there. Simple stuff. There you go. Nice. Let a bit of line out. And there we go. That dongle's out there. As the day goes on, hopefully I get a few bites. The one major thing about a dongle is it's just a straight circle hook. So if you get a bite, you shouldn't do this anyway, but don't strike. Don't panic, don't pick the rod up, just let it happen, all right? What will happen is the fish will move off. Let me show you, let me come closer. I'll give you a scenario so you can understand it, and that helps. Definitely ratchets on with smooth hound. There we go. Right, scenario is circle hooks, right? Let me explain. When I first started using circle hooks properly, I went shark fishing on a boat. And we had balloons, and we had a live mackerel, a dead mackerel, underneath. And what happens is when you're using a circle hook, the fish takes a bait and the hook's like this, yeah? If you strike, you just pull the hook straight out of the fish's mouth. The hook needs to turn on itself. That's why it's a circle hook. You need to lean on the back and go in. When we are shark fishing on a boat, say your balloon is over there and the balloon goes, all you do is just point the rod at where the fish is, where your balloon is, and just wind slowly. Don't strike, don't do nothing. And what happens is the hook turns into the fish. 9 times out of 10 a smooth hound, the hook itself, so that's not really a great example, but a cod, a ray or a bass, let the bite develop. Don't panic, don't shit yourself, don't break the rod, just chill out and let the circle hook do its thing. So what I'm going to do on my second rod is use a loop rig, as I mentioned, a scaled up one. So there is my loop rig, available now on my store, 3.0 J hooks. Just a souped up hench pompey loop rig. So I'm fishing for maybe a smooth hound or a bass on the crab bait, and maybe a thornback ray or even a bass on the squid bait. Let's clip it up, I'll show you it all together and get it out there. So here you go. As you know, when I use a loop rig, I tuck it between my legs. I've got a spring, SRT spring on the top to keep it nice and compressed. Put it onto the cascade like so. Oh, I've got a little tangle, no I haven't. It's been a wally then. These are large cascades. These are new ones on the market. They're absolutely fantastic for bigger hooks. Honestly, all the components on this rig are A1. As you know, I've been in the trade for a while. I know lots of good and I've seen lots of bad stuff, but there you go. Just like that. Peeler crab on the top. There's my large cascade. My little bit of squid on the bottom. There's my loop. Let's get it out there, all held together on my spring, keeping it nice and compressed. It casts like a dream, but this time I'm just going to plop it out there. Nothing fancy. See if there's a bass in close. Like that. Nice. Got the dongle rig on the first one with the peeler crab, and then I've got my loop rig, my beefed up loop rig on the outside one with squid and peeler crab. I've not really got much tide, but that's not a problem. We will get some. This evening I'm going to fish it all the way back up on the rocks. It's 2 hours now before low. We'll be out on the sand. That makes it a little bit easier for me and my tiny little legs. Like Warwick Davis, that's what I look like. I know you're thinking it. I'm actually 5'8", but I look about 5 foot on camera. I'm not sure why. And lately I look about 30 stone. That's because, yeah, the camera doesn't lie. That's why I wear all black. That's what my missus taught me. That's what witches do, remember? Yeah, she's in Gran Canaria. Out there, doing things. Not sure what really. Witchy stuff. She's on holiday with her mum and sister. So I've got the kids. What could possibly go wrong? Not a lot. How you all doing? Been too busy showing you my new rigs and messing around. I hope you're all right. Hope you're doing well. It's a shame it's a Saturday and I can't see anyone else fishing. That disappoints me a little bit, but you know, times are hard. People might be on Chesil Beach. If I didn't have the kids, I'd be on Chesil Beach today. But I'm pretty confident for a smooth hound and a bass. There you go. Check the ratchets. Well, let's get a spare rig. Let's go for a dongle on a fresh peeler. Try and get you a fish on the dongle. That'd be nice. So I know Tom Bagnall doesn't hook his through. Some people do, some people don't, but I like to just hook my circle hook just through the top of the bait. You've got plenty of movement anyway because it's on a perfection loop. So if a fish comes in from one way or the other, it's going to be able to manipulate the bait without feeling the hooks at all. And that's another good thing about using a dongle rig. When you've got two hooks, the J hook pretty much acts like a dongle. As soon as that fish picks up the bait, it can feel the hook. With a dongle, that's why I say leave it, because they can mouth the bait and there's no resistance because of the perfection loop is moving around. Sorry. And there's no hooks actually in the bottom of the bait. In the Bristol channel, on a 10-metre tide, I'm not sure they really get time to think about it, but definitely on Chesil and lots of other places, when there's not as much tide, I'm sure the fish sometimes, as we see from underwater footage, come along, pick up your bait, maybe feel the bottom hook and spit it. With a dongle rig, there's no resistance at all. That, for some, is why it's a perfect rig. See how we go, eh? Let's get the second one in. I've just moved all my kit down, so let's change them up. I've got spare rigs ready to go. We're coming up to low water anyway, so beautiful. Just been sat on it. Look at it coming in across the top. And there we go. That is proper cute. Oh God, look at that, everyone. Sorry about that weed. Go away. It's a little fawn battler. Look at that, that is super cute. Wow. Anyway, let's get that weed off. This is my loop rig. Obviously, if I just put crab out, I probably wouldn't have caught that fish. And there we go, the crab's still fine. The ray's fine. Look at him there. What a beauty, come round here. Don't worry, I'm gonna get him away. Look at that, everyone. What a stunning little fish. Let's get him away. Oh, well, we're on the fish. Well, we're not blanking. My loop rig worked. Yes, it wasn't the biggest. It's a target species on a squid. As I mentioned, if I was just using peeler, I probably wouldn't hook that fish. Just because I had a squid and a crab out, it worked. Right, as it's coming up to low water, I'm going to put this one a little bit further. Not a proper big cast. I didn't really do that anyway. You know what I mean. Plop it up. Just gonna watch that rod rest. I've got it right in the way. So just a little flick, but yeah, we're on the fish. I know that ray wasn't big, but it's a target species. So what I'm gonna do now is put another peeler crab out on my dongle. See if there's a hound just over low, or when that tide just starts pushing. Beautiful, eh? Nice big peeler crab on the dongle. I'm not sure if you can pick it up on camera. There's quite a lot of debris and it's just stopped moving. So that's low water. As we've done before, it only stops for about a minute. All this stuff out here, I'll be coming back this way. Crazy. I'll leave the crab ones out for another 10 minutes. Then I get this bait out here, hopefully for a ray or maybe a smooth hound with the crab. And then I get a fresh dongle out, fresh peeler crab, and fish hard then for probably 3.5 hours. It's a 10-metre tide, so I can fish it all the way back. So the tide's on its way in. Let's see if I can get you a fish on the dongle. Come on. On a dongle, mate. As you can see, there's loads of shit out there. Probably not going to be able to fish for a bit, but we'll give it a go. It's got a tree. Picked up a branch on the left one. Damn it. Hopefully I can get it off. Just a gentle flick again. They'll be underwater. The tide's coming in now. Back in my little ravine. Got dongle on the left and the loop rig on the right. It's a bit of a hole here. Oh, it's not too bad. And there you go. My loop rig is perfect. Put it up here and then bring the other rod back on the ratchet. Come on, fishies. That's a good time to get one. Come on. Only takes a minute to catch a fish. Oh yeah. We're off for the beach now. Back up on the hard stuff. Let's put this down a bit. And what I can do is take my rod off of the rod rest. The last thing I want is my rod up on there, remember? If it gets ripped off, smashed to pieces on the floor. Just got to watch that corner on my line. Let's get up on here. It's pretty awkward walking on this, but you know that anyway. Someone else fishing out there now. Come down for the flood. Right. I don't need to whack it, I just need to plop it out there. A bit of mud on my handle. Let's put my phone away. I don't want my phone in my pocket coming out. Let's go. Let's get it up there, out of the way. Let's get it up in that tide. There you go. Nice. The weed's gone. So if we get any action or movement, it's definitely fish. But yeah, the sun's shining. We're about an hour after low. Yes, the good time. It's gonna happen. You know this. It's gonna happen. I think I need to change that. Now's a good time to get a smooth hound if they're in. So what I'm gonna do is get a dongle out on both. I've not had a hound bite yet or a bass. Just, I don't know. Whoa, steady on, son. You stacked it then. That'd have been fun. Just trying to watch your tips and concentrate, which is not a good look. I don't know what's going on. I could have a fish on there. Oh, that one is actually pulled down. I don't know what's going on here, everyone. It's not a good look, is it? I could have a fish on there, it might just be weed. Let's have a look. Let's try this one. It's gone right down tight, but there's loads of shat in the water, but when we get the fish, it's just broken out. That's all right, I'll put this back out and you just put it out. Sometimes you just got to reset. Fish will come, don't worry about that. We'll get one. Weed, as expected. Look at that crab. Right. It's only been out 5 minutes, so I'm just going to re-put it out. And I'll change the other one, because that's been out there about an hour. Oh. As you can see, the water's all the way in. I fished it probably for half an hour longer than what I should, and I've not had a bite on the flood. That's just truly remarkable, actually. I've kept the baits going in, fresh peelers, squid baits, as you've seen. Yeah, what a bite. I fished it well, fished it hard. I've not actually caught a fish on my dongle, but they work. I'll be out again this week in the sunshine, and I'll get us into a fish on the dongle, don't worry about that. It's getting better now, every week the fishing gets better. Hopefully the hounds turn up properly, and the bass keep coming, and we'll have some fun, yeah? There you go. It's hard bringing it over the weed, but I've got that. Bung. Bollocks. Anyway, I'll get this out. Look at it. Just gone in there. Right, I'll get that out. Well, I'll try. Look, sorry about that, everyone. It's been pretty hard. I was out fishing. I've had a great time. Hope you have too. Sorry, the catching is quite slow. But as you know by now, my name's Wayne. This is the fantastic Bristol channel. In the next few weeks, it's definitely going to pick up. Stick with me. I'll keep going out. I'll keep trying, but hopefully I'll see you somewhere else very soon.